you're looking at 150 people, maybe, participants, maybe.
Mate, if we get up to 150 people, that'd be epic. But, you know, like, let's just, like, work from the bottom up.
Yeah.
So basically, rock in, and you've got half a day of free ride on Friday, and then Saturday.
What's free ride?
Free ride is just like get on the hill and have fun.
Learn the track.
So anyone can do that, or just people that are...
No, registered riders.
Okay, you can do it, Rika.
Yeah. Jump on tamethetaipan.com.au and register. Get your spot. Get on there. All you're going to need is elbow pads, knee pads, helmet.
I would need a full bodysuit. I can't
I can put you in a full piece like leather suit, and you'll be like rolling down the hill, no worries at all.
I will be rolling down.
No skin off at all. You get to the bottom, you're like, let's do it again. You'll probably roll down half of the hill, and you'll skate half of the hill. And then you'd be like, get to the bottom, let's do it again.
Everyone's a winner.
We'll have a look. Because that sounds like fun. But yeah, anyway,
it's
so
just
that's Friday.
a small progression. And then the third time
so
down,
anyone
it's like
can register.
Anyone can register.
And anyone can, they just take their own boards.
Yeah, I guess the big thing with registration is that you've either got to have full piece leathers and a full face helmet, or elbows, knee pads, and a full face helmet. Yeah. However, if you wish to participate in the racing side of things, you need to have full leathers and a full face helmet.
Yeah.
The free riders can have the pads, the knee pads, or the knee pads, elbow pads, and helmet, and get away with it, no worries at all. But yeah, basically, so you rock in on a Friday afternoon, lunchtime, just jam, have fun, free ride. Saturday, same sort of deal. Jam, have fun, free ride, Saturday afternoon, race to qualify. Yeah. There's none of this like you were talking with the downhill skiing and all that sort of stuff. It's like the time trials, and I want to sort of like tap away from that, because it's like, for me personally, my experiences of going to events and races of like the last however many years, when I rock up to a hill, it's like I love to skate with my friends, and I love to like skate down these rad roads with like a couple of buddies really, really close with me. I don't like to do it by myself. I didn't get in this sport to compete by myself. I know it is an individual sport, but I didn't get into it for that reason. So in saying that, the formats that I've really enjoyed have been race to qualify formats, where you essentially get bracketed in this round robin tier, and you get to compete with the 4 different dudes over 4 different heats.
Yeah.
And you get a number sort of categorisation as to where you finish, and that number categorisation places you in a bracket, and then you sort of
like
sort
the
out your heats.
marathons.
I'm not really sure how the marathons work.
Isn't it like, because aren't the faster runners at the front and the slower one? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I know nothing about it.
Because it would have
But
to...
even still, I like what you're saying, man.
I've often thought about that, like how that actually works.
Yeah. Why don't you have a whole bunch of prams at the front?
Yeah. I was like, maybe it's first in best dress at the line. But
no, I'm pretty sure the faster runners do get to start.
They get priority.
Okay.
That sounds legit.
Yeah.
Well, I like what you're saying, man. But for this reason, it's actually a race. There's some passing and skill involved. So what's the point in being the fastest qualifier time trial out alone when may as well just start the heats? Who can beat? What, do you drop off someone from the heats?
No. See, that's the thing. It's like, say for instance, there's a 4th person here, and us 4 are in a heat together, and I get like, you get first, I get second, you get third, and he or she gets 4th.
Pussy sucked in.
Yeah, you get 1, I get 2.
Probably.
The position that we finish, and then at the end of those 4 rounds, say you in your 4 heats finish first, you get 4. So you're bracketed in the top tier. You're on the smallest amount of points. And then say me, who got like 2nd and 4th, I've got like 14. So I'm way back there.
Okay.
And
then no one gets dropped out. No
one gets dropped out. This is a ranking thing.
Okay. So you might. So the race, in case you finish 4th in the first thing, you don't get dropped out because you just got that amount of points. Because oh, mate, in the next heat, my crash out.
Yeah, and that's it. You could have like a 6-heat round robin. Yeah. Usually I like to run a 4-heat round robin because of time and stuff like that. But essentially it just comes down to where you finished, total number of accumulative points, and that goes into a ranking. And that ranking sets you into a registration, a ranking, for your heats, for your race heats. So it's like, oh, there you go. All the 4s, they get categorised first. All the 6s or 7s, they get categorised 7. Yeah. I'm 14. I get thrown in there last, wherever it mixes, So
it's not actual. You don't actually time them.
No, not in this format.
Yeah.
At the World Championships and the World Cup and stuff like that, for sure. Yeah. Under the International Downhill Federation organisation, that's how they operate. They've got like tag heuer systems.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you practice and then you got qualify. And it's like, right, boom, on the line. Every 30 seconds they send a dude down. It's time trial.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's your time. You get 2 qualify runs and then they seed you accordingly to your qualify time.
It would be interesting to see that because time trials, it's definite, because you might be lucky to be in a heat with people that are really slow and therefore you always win and you end up with 4 as opposed to 14. But then the second lot of 4 for the, might be like way better or way faster people. So number 1 in this heat isn't necessarily number 1. He might come last depending on who he's competing against, which is what you're trying to say, right? So, but it would be interesting to know if this averaging of the points has a similar result to the actual
time trial.
It's is it actually like Speedway?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And let's face it, because there's guys that qualify really well, and there's guys that race really well. So,
really,
yeah.
So you could qualify really well and then race like shit.
Yeah, because you might be scared to pull a move in a risky spot.
Well, yeah, I was going to say maybe the flip side. You could qualify really shit and race really well. Yeah. Because the guys that usually qualify really well come up against people that haven't qualified really well, so they've got more room for lenience.
Yeah.
But the guys that haven't qualified really well and they come up against the guys that have qualified really well, they race really well, they've got nothing to lose and they know that, oh, shit, I'm really good skating close to people. I'm just going to go and hustle the guy that qualified highest in my heat and he might wig out.
Yeah.
And essentially take a wide line, which gives me 2 seconds. And that 2 seconds is all you need.
Wow. So it's not even just about skating. It's about
it's tactics.
Yeah. Wow.
For sure.
Hey, in split second too, because you're going so fast.
Yeah, tenths, hundredths of seconds.
Yeah.
Hundredths. Going back to Olympics, right? Do you see a place, even though it's not kind of within what you do every day with your sport, because you just sort of get up there and you kick off and skate. But in the Olympics, you might hold a bar, 1, 2, 3,
and pull off.
So there's no push, no running at all. No,
they do that in slalom or slalom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What?
On a ramp. They got the pull-ins.
Yeah, exactly. So
the bobsled shit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's I'm an outsider, so maybe that's an outsider's.
We
so there's actually no ugliness of the push off, the kick off. It's just all wheels, 100%. Boom.
We had that in an event in England in 2008 called Eastbourne. I think it was called something a little bit more than Eastbourne, but it was in Eastbourne, England. And they had a massive 6 metre high start ramp, which was down straight. It was there was no transition to it. It was just the most ghetto setup ever. But yeah, same still. You were stood at the top and you had the little pull-in stuff. And you're like, okay, 3, 2, 1, boom. You couldn't kick down the ramp. It's you just pulled down the ramp and that was it. But the ramp dumped you down and dumped you onto this flat piece of road and there was a headwind blowing. So I was like, you dump down on this fat piece of road and you're like, oh, not really going that quick. I'm just going to push anyway. And you're like pushing and your mates beside you are pushing. And you're like, why did we even have the start ramp sort of thing? You know, was it worth it?
Right.
And anyway, yeah, it was a good experience.
Yeah, but maybe no.
It was a good experience, but it's certainly...
You know who we had in the podcast here just Tuesday? Damien Ryder. You ever heard of him?
No.
Damien Ryder's a really interesting guy, right? He's got Nat Geo made a film about him. Right? He's a Gold Coaster. Yeah, there's a lot of like tragedy in his life. Nat Geo made this great film about him, and he's done all these incredible things to save his own life. Right? Heart of the Sea. Watch that film. But
Heart of the Sea.
Heart of the Sea.
Okay.
Trust me, man. It's the greatest thing. Anyway, the second big challenge he did was to skate the entire Route 66 in America, which I think it was like 20 days.
Northbound, southbound.
Southbound, right? So Route 66 is this old road. Used to be the first sort of highway. Anyway, the strange bit about it is that he's Mongo. What do you call it?
Yeah, Mongo.
Yeah. So when you ride a skateboard, there's the cool way. What do you call it?
Regular.
So you got your foot, you got your lead foot up the front, and you're pushing off, and it looks cool. But he stands. He's a real skater, you know. But
there's nothing wrong with Mongo.
Me too. I think. Do you do it as well?
No, my son's a Mongo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'd do both.
Do you?
Yeah,
I just can't get used to regular ever in my entire life.
Mongo's good for. You got a lot of power. I think. A lot more.
Mongo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's always made a lot more sense to me. So that's what I'm talking about, the start of races. In your thing,
Mongo push?
Mongo push.
Oh, man, the best starter in the world. He's a Brazilian.
That's what I remember you saying.
Douglas Delua Silva. Like, holy, has he got a hoof on him. Like, this guy... He's a unit, like a little unit like me. Like he's only like my height, but he weighs like 10 kilos more than me, I reckon. At least 15. He's a unit. But he's just like, dude, so committed on his kicks. Yeah. And then Mongo, and he's just got this big arc to it. And it's just like, every time his foot hits the ground.
He's digging a bucket of water.
I was going to say, it's like electricity. It's like Thor's hammer hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Bam! And he's just going down the road and leaving everyone in his dust. And he was, at a time, the world's fastest man on a skateboard. He's not anymore, but he's one of the oldest guys competing on the world circuit.
Wow.
And
so he's still competing?
Yep, and still giving it a fair crack with the young guns, eh?
Yeah.
Like, he's my age. He's 36. He's killing it.
Isn't it funny to think that there's a certain sort of shame that anyone who finds Mongo, a strange, like... weird... Like,
there's nothing wrong with Mongo, man.
There's nothing wrong with Mongo, but even Damien Ryder has proved himself a million times over.
Well, he pushed Mongo
his natural
the whole Route 66.
Yeah, but even he had a certain level of like, but I'm Mongo.
Really?
Yeah, like, dude, you're the king. What are you talking about? You know?
Does it really matter? I didn't
It's
realize
more
it was
like
a thing.
Yeah, you have to sort of see it on video to see. Someone on YouTube explains it best.
Oh, I'll have a
There's
look.
regular push where you kind of look like a skater. Then there's Mongo where you kind of look like anyone going to work. Pushing off with your other foot. Let's pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we're back. When was the last time you had a massage?
Just the other day.
Really?
Because I'm going to physiotherapy now.
Okay, like what sort of massage?
Just like...
On your back? Do they crack your... None of that?
Crack it, no.
And like shoulders and back?
Just under the shoulder, where it hurts. Just under the shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself... I find myself, whenever I've had a massage going... like I can actually go,